Hello, and welcome back to today's episode of the What is K-pop podcast, where in which I, your host Sophie, talk all things K-pop, groups, members, discographies, choreographies, concepts, solo shows, other things that I talk about. Yeah. I'm so sorry if you can hear noise in the background. There are planes, and my dad is doing the ironing, I think, and my mum and my sister might come back from the shop soon. I don't know. Hopefully not, though, because, to be fair, could say it's because I don't want them to disrupt me, but because I don't like to impose anything onto them from what I'm doing here, so I film around them a lot of the time, actually. You don't know it, but I make sure that I'm always kind of filming when they're like asleep or just not in the general vicinity where in which they could disrupt, if that makes any sense. For anyone who is new, my name again is Sophie. I am 20 years old, about to turn 21 in late August, and I got into K-pop in February of 2021. Just before I got kicked out of school. I started this podcast actually in February of 2024 as a way to, I guess, to just have fun, to talk about K-pop and talk about groups and their members, sometimes their discographies. I would eventually talk about choreographies and their outfit. I just don't know when to do it. Survival shows, I did a lot of episodes back in April. If you want to go back that far. I do talk about my life sometimes, just generally about the strange things that tend to happen. I live with my parents and my sister, my two cats, and we like to have fun on this podcast wherever we can do. So the group we're going to be talking about today, originally I was going to do summer songs, but then I realised that I actually don't particularly think of any songs as being really summer centric, and only songs I listen to during summer, because I listen to all types of songs whenever. So I thought, I can't really talk about what I listen to during the summertime when what I listen to is whatever I feel like it. So I'm going to talk about KARD, a DSP media group. So KARD is a co-ed group under DSP Media, like I said, consisting of 4 members, BM, Somin, and Jiwoo, who in 2 days time, the 2 days time, it will be their 7th anniversary. So the 19th of July the 19th of July 2017 with the EP Hola Hola. And they released 3 project singles before their debut: Oh Nana, Don't Recall, and their fandom name is Hidden KARD. I do believe they all live by themselves. Well, I know that they don't. I know they certainly do not live in dorms, but I'm pretty sure they all live by themselves, or if not, they live with other people, maybe their families. I don't know. Yeah, not to worry. So first member we have is Jasef, whose birth name is Kim Tae-hyung. If you will recall, well, I don't think you'll need to recall this one. That is actually the same birth name as Tae, or V, from BTS. And he is the main rapper, lead dancer, and sub-vocalist, born on the 21st of June 1992, making him a Gemini Cancer. And his KARD name and suit is Ace and Spades. Unfortunately, I don't actually know what that means in terms of KARD, just because I'm more into a few of their songs, not really into them as an actual group. I also listen to the Get Real podcast with BM, so I kind of know a little bit about KARD from when he's talked about him. But yeah, Jasef speaks some English, and he has an older sister. And him and BM were originally supposed to debut as a hip-hop duo, but plans changed. And the 2 members made it a cover group, and he enlisted into the military on the 5th of October 2020 and was discharged on the 4th of April 2020. I went to the hairdressers this morning and I had my hair kind of cut a lot shorter than I did before, and apparently my sister wanted me to get a proper bob, like just like have it just above my shoulders. But I was like, I told the hairdresser, and she was like, all right then, yeah, could it happen? I suggested, and yeah, so sorry, bro. I just kind of did whatever. I just kind of told her, and she was like, all right, did it. Yeah. Next up, we have BM, or Matthew Kim, or Kim Jin Sok, and he is main dancer, lead rapper, vocalist, born on the 20th of October 1992, making him a Libra. And he is the King Club. Okay, and he is from Los Angeles in California, and he has two younger brothers. And his father stayed in Brazil since he was a kid until the college time. Well, that's like different to what he normally talks about, because again, like I listen to quite a lot of To Get Real podcasts, and like he's talked about his dad and about how like his mum kind of raised all four of them, like raised 5 kids essentially, with that being obviously BM, his 2 brothers, his dad and his dog. So yeah, I mean, different perspectives, I don't know. And he is fluent in English, but knows Spanish and Brazilian Portuguese. Me and my sister would talk about this actually, about how my sister's like kind of into Spanish music, and we were talking about how similar, obviously not the same, but like similar Spanish is to a lot of different languages. And if anyone knows, please feel free to comment or anything about whether or not, like, is it, if you know Portuguese, you know Spanish, but if you know Spanish, you don't necessarily know Portuguese that well. I don't know. I guess it's sort of like Swiss French and like French, of that they have similar words. I don't know. I might actually just be talking out my ass right with this, but yeah, I don't know. You'll have to comment if you know. Also, Korean. Like South Korean. Hello, Daddy. And like North Korean is a little bit different with the different words. My dad just came in, and he like, when he ran, he like shut the door. I really didn't want to shut the door because it's like so warm, but it's alright. Okay, it'll be fun. I'm halfway through the group now, so it won't be too long. Next member we have is Somin, or John Somin. She is a main vocalist and visual, born on the 22nd of August 1996. Making her 28 this year. I always like to try and figure out like how old they're going to be next birthday. I don't know why. I feel the need to do it, but yeah, I do. I know those weird things. And she is a Leo. Also, I've got random like mid-cycle lady time cramps, and I'm like, great, love this for me. Fine, it's whatever. She has 2 older sisters, and she is actually a distant relative of Twice's Jonghyun. Let's have a look. Somin and Jonghyun. I think it's like she's like the niece of Jonghyun's uncle's wife or something. So this is from KARD talks about their idol friendships, and Somin revealed to be distant relatives of Twice's. Somin revealed her special connection with Twice's Jonghyun. Jonghyun is the niece of my father's younger brother's wife. As we're the same age, we were able to become close. Yeah, no, that obviously that's bloodly related in the slightest, and that, I don't know. We're not seeing anything happen because no, we don't know. We don't need to know that. But you know, it is sort of related in the sense of like a lot of in-law relations, like that. But I don't know. I don't know how these things work. I don't know. My uncle, one of my uncles, he recently got someone, and obviously I'm sort of related to her in the sense of that he's my uncle's wife, so she's my aunt-in-law, aunt-in-law if you wanted to get sick, but she from a different relationship years and years ago, but I don't think I'm related at all. Her children, her wife, her husband's niece, so I'm her niece, but I wouldn't consider myself to be related those children, even though we are technically cousins. I'm pretty sure they're like kids, like they're the same age as me and my sister, or at least like in, I don't know, like in their 20s. If my past partner went on to have more, I wouldn't be related to those kids. Like, I'm related to the kids that my uncle and her had. It's weird. It's like, it's really strange how like relationships, like things like that kind of happen. Like, I don't really like, there are relations there, but I don't consider that to be that much. Like, all the relations that I are, like, they were made when I was, or they were times in which relations were had. That makes sense. Like, my other, he has had 2 children, and they got divorced. And I still consider myself related to those. If he then went on to have kids again with someone, I don't necessarily know if I would as connected to them, even though they are technically my cousin, or if that woman then went on to more children. Again, I wouldn't. I feel like I said, I'm related to them. I feel like I'm making no sense. The interconnecting, woven, quite frankly, bollocks is so confusing. It's actually really confusing. Like, one of my just announced that and like, they would be my second cousins, I think, because they're my cousins. But I don't feel related. Not even those kids, because they're one of the uncle's children from a different relationship that fizzled out way before. So it's a really, really weird thing, and I feel like I'll need to like make a diagram, like make sense of it to myself. I know who I'm related to, and I know how I feel about those relations, and I know kind of how it makes sense in my head. It's very yeah. Back to Somin from KARD, not my familial relation. She was a member of DSP's Purity, which disbanded in 2014. Then she went on to become a member of Baby KARD, where she ranked, I think she technically ranked 3rd place, because there was who unfortunately took her own life, who was second in Baby KARD. So maybe they were joint. Like, I feel kind of sorry for like the whole Baby KARD situation, because like every contestant like was majorly screwed up with the whole, like, there's like a curse, quote unquote curse, with Baby. But yeah, honestly, I kind of feel sorry for that whole situation. So Somin then debuted in August 2015 as the leader of DSP Media's girl group A, and then she decided to leave in November of the same year due to, honestly, she did not fit the concept. And that girl, oh my god, I feel so bad. I have seen videos of her performing with that group, and it's all it, like, she was, I don't know, think she was she was 19 when she debuted in April or thereabouts, and like she looked like she so did not want to be there and wanted to do completely different. Honest, I feel so sorry for her. But yeah, now we know that obviously she became a member of KARD and it's doing pretty well. Honestly, like, even though I've not really listened to KARD, they are actually a really good group. It's just that their music is different. It's a different sort of type of than what I'm used to. I think my sister would really like them, actually. I might suggest. But they're not really my cup of. Their album that they did just after JSF left is really good. I really like it. But everything else, not fully my cup. You know, it is good music. You know, not, we can't like everything in this world, and that's fine. You know, I'm sure they have fans of their own that absolutely love their music, but they are not my. And last but no means, we have Jiwoo, or John Jiwoo. She is main dancer, lead vocalist, sub-rapper, and Mackie. Born on the 4th of October 1996, making her a lead. And she is, I forgot to mention this for Somin, but she is. Somin is Black Joker and Hearts, and Jiwoo is Colour Joker, and so, you know, it went a bit wrong. Stop here. Stop moving. She has a brother, but they're not very. She became a DSP media trainee, but she only trained for 2 months before a debut. Let's go on to like actual profile because I want to talk a little bit more. Oh golly gosh, what is going on? You know, so she trained under FNC 5 years before moving to DSP. I imagine she was brought from FNC to DSP just because of the time joining a debut, but I don't know. Sometimes companies just do that if they think that one person from a company. It's a thing. Yeah. Members. She's close with all members of SF and Uptensions. Also friends with Gugudan's Mimi, 20 Boys Doha, Dreamcatcher's Dami, and Jiwoo and Sumin were rightly featured in a verse Lo Siento. That's something I'd love to talk about today, is not that time. So yeah, that has been KARD, as well as some fun things that I feel about my own family. Honestly, I do not care if they listen to this and what the hell so about us. Well, therapy's a thing. Go to therapy and then you can figure. No, I genuinely, it's just so odd, and I'm sure every person can say their own family, but like the amount of that often goes along with it's natural. But yeah, so next week I have my aunt coming to stay, so I won't be talking about whatever I do just because I will be pre-filming, and then the following week I got everything done because believe me, she is as chaotic as her, but an older version of her. It's going to be a few days for me at the cats. Yeah, as always, thank you so very much for listening. It's always know that someone is listening. Yeah, and if you want to, feel on YouTube again, on Spotify. I actually don't know what you do. Feel free to comment on there if you want to. You can always follow the pod episodes are uploaded. After July, it will be back to Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. But for now, it's every other day. Do not mind that I didn't upload this morning. Very, very busy. Doing my sister's new drawers and lifing the life, so I can have stories to tell you lot. But yeah. Feel free to do whatever it is that you